Hello grade 10 students. Today I am going to do the end of evaluation, year end evaluation 2019, Department of Education, Central Province paper. And this is paper 2. You get 3 hours and you already know there are 2 sections, part A and part B. So part A you get 6 questions, part B also you get 6 questions, but you have to do 5 questions from each part. And each question worth 10 marks and you can spend maximum 18 minutes per question. So here it's given volume of right circular solid is pi r squared h. And for the graph question you can ask for graph paper. So in the first page you get question number 1 and 2. Next one 3, 4, 5. Then you get 6. Then part B, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So let's do this paper now. Let's take question number 1. So this is about quadratic graph. So you have to draw the graph of the function y equals minus 2x squared plus 5 and then you have to answer the following questions. So let's do this question. Find the values of y when x equals minus 1 and x equals 2. So what's the equation? Y equals minus 2x squared plus 5. Now substitute minus 1. Minus 1 squared plus 5. So what's the value? Minus 1 squared is 1. 1 times minus 2, minus 2. Minus 2 plus 5, that's 3. So you get 3 here. Then substitute x equals 2. Substitute x equals 2. Minus 2, 2 squared plus 5. 2 squared 4, 4 times 2, 8. But this is minus 8. Minus 8 plus 5, minus 3. So this becomes minus 3. So here can you see the symmetric value. So here this should be the axis of symmetry, 0, 5. So let's draw the graph. Draw the graph of the function taking 10 small squares along x-axis and as 1 unit and 5 small squares along y-axis as 1 unit. So the scale is different. So x is 10 squares 1 unit. So you can start from minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0 somewhere here. So you can draw the y-axis first. Then you can label that starting from plus 5. Plus 5 is the highest. But the scale is different. 5 small squares along y-axis is 1 unit. So what about 10 then? 10 means 2 units. So I'll start with 6. 6 here. So starting with 6. Then 10 squares means 2 units. 4, 2, 0, minus 2, minus 4, minus 6, minus 8, minus 10, minus 12 and I need up to minus 13, so minus 14. Then we can mark the x-axis. Then we can mark the x-axis. And here 10 squares 1 unit. 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So here I'll write down minus 2 again, minus 2, minus 3. Now the scale, you have to write down the scale. This way 0.1, 10 squares 1 unit, 0.1. But the other way around, that's 0.2. 5 squares, 1 unit. 10 squares, 2 units, 2 over 10. Now we can mark the points. So what are the points? Minus 3, minus 13. Minus 2, minus 3. Minus 1, 3, 0, 5. 1, 3, 2 minus 3, 3 minus 13. Now you can smoothly connect. I'll take the ruler only to join the endpoints. Then I'll smoothly connect. So I'll use the ruler to join the endpoints. Then I can smoothly connect the other part. So I'll connect from here. So I'll start from here and then like this. So you get. So again I'll draw this. So that's the curve. So you get how many marks? You get 3 marks for the graph, but we have to answer this question. Write the interval of x which the function is positive and increasing. Positive. This is increasing, but positively increasing here to here. So this part. So what are the values? Up to 0. 0 is this point, but here minus 1.7. So I can write x lies in between 0 to minus 1.7. So positive and increasing up to this point. So how many marks for this part? So you are getting y equals 3 and minus 3, 2 marks there, finding the values. And 3 marks for the graph, always 3 marks you are getting. 1 for the scale, 1 for marking the points and 1 for connecting smoothly. And then you get 2 marks for finding the range. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 marks altogether. So let's take the next one. Part 4, find the roots of the equation 2x squared minus 5. So you know already minus 2x squared plus 5 is the graph. When you take it to the other side, so nothing happens. So you get 2x squared minus 5 plus 5 there. You get minus 5, not plus 5. When you take it to the other side, 2x squared minus 5. So that is what we need. So, but y equals 0. So y equals 0 means this is 0 line. So here you have to refer where it cuts the x-axis. So what are the values you get for x values? Minus 1.7 and 1.7. So what are the solutions? X equals 1.7 or x equals minus 1.7. Then the next one, describe how the above graph should be displaced to obtain. So here to obtain the graph of the function minus 2x squared plus 1. So what is the previous graph? Minus 2x squared plus 5. Now see what happens, only the y value changes. So this means you have to subtract 4 to get 1. So what happens? Subtract 4 means moves the curve 4 units down. So that's what you have to explain. So here you can say graph y equals minus 2x squared plus 5 moved 4 units downwards. Moving 4 units down to get this curve, minus 2x squared plus 1. So how many marks for that? This step you are getting here 2 marks. 2 marks for writing down the answers, and here 4 units down, just 1 mark. So 3, and the previous one you get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 and 3 altogether 10 marks for the first question. Let's do question number 2. This is about income tax and you have to find out taxable income. So let's do this question. Amila, who is engaged in a ready-made garment business, earned 1,200,000 in the last year. The following table shows how the government charges income tax from individuals. Find his taxable income. So here first 500,000, that's free. So we have to first subtract 500,000. So you get 700,000 rupees. That's the amount. Then for next 500,000 you have to pay 4%. So this amount you have to pay 4% first. So we'll subtract 500,000. You get 200,000. So first 500,000 free, the next 500,000 4%. So 2 zeros get cancelled out. 4 times 5, 20. And how many zeros? 1, 2, 3. 20,000 rupees is the first taxable amount, and the rest is 200,000. That one 8%. 2 zeros, and 8 times 2, 16, and 3 zeros. So what's the total amount? Find his taxable income. So taxable income is this one. So taxable income you can write as 700,000 rupees. That's the taxable income. And find the total amount that should pay as the annual income tax, the sum of these two. So we'll write down the answer for this question. Find his taxable income is just, you can write 700,000 rupees. But here the total tax is 20,000 plus 16,000. 36,000 rupees. So let's see how many marks for these two steps. So 700,000, just 1 mark. And then the value, the total is 36,000. You get 4 marks for that. So 4 marks for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 marks. So altogether 4 and 1, 6 marks for that question. So let's take the third part. Express the total amount paid as the income tax as a percentage of his annual income. So what's the taxable tax value we obtained from the previous part? 36,000. And the salary 1,200,000. So 36,000 he is paying for 1,200,000. As a percentage, you multiply by 100%. 3 zeros and 2 zeros with this one. 12 times 3. So 3% is the amount paid as the income tax as a percentage. So fourth part, he spent 1/5 of the income remained after paying the income tax to repair his vehicle. Find the amount that he spent to repair the vehicle. So what is the amount remained? Remained amount. So 1,200,000 and the tax amount is 36,000 rupees. So that's the amount remained. $1,164,000. From that, he spent 1/5 of that to repair the vehicle. So you can find 1/5 of 1,016,000, 1,164,000 rupees. 5 times 210. For 16 that's 3. For 14 that's 2. For 40 that's 8. So that means, what's the amount? 232,800 rupees for repair the vehicle. So that's the amount. So let's see how many marks for that part. 2 marks for finding 3%, and you are getting 232,800. That's 3 marks. So 3 plus 2, 5, and 2, 3, 5. You get 10 marks there. Let's take question number 3. This is about simultaneous equations, and you have to create 2 equations and solve it. And then the next part, it's about inequality. So we'll do that. In a fruit drink stall, during the first hour of the morning, income received by selling 6 glasses of orange juice and 5 glasses of mango juice was 650 rupees. In the second hour, the income received by selling 3 glasses of orange juice and 3 glasses of mango juice was 360 rupees. Using simultaneous equations, find separately the price of a glass of an orange juice and the price of a glass of a mango juice. So let's take X as the number of orange juice glasses, Y as the mango glasses. So you have to take one is X and one is Y. Now we'll create the equations. In a fruit drink stall during the first hour of the morning, income received by selling 6 glasses of orange juice. 6x plus 5. This is X means not the number of glasses. Price of one glass of, so this is about price. Price of a glass of orange juice is X. Price of a glass of mango juice is Y. 6x plus 5y is equal to 650. That's first equation. Then the 3 glasses of orange juice. 3 glasses of orange juice and 3 glasses of mango juice is 360. That's second equation. Now how you solve that? You have to make the same coefficient. Now can you see when you multiply this by 2, you get the same coefficient of x. I'll take the second equation, multiply by 2. 6x plus 6y equals 2 times 6, 12. 2 times 3, 6 plus 1, 7. So 720. Now we can subtract 3 and 1. 3 minus 1, x get cancel out, 6y minus 5y, that's y equals 720 minus 650. So you get 0, 7. So that's y equals 70. Then you plug y equals 70 in any of these equations. So let's take the second equation, substitute that and find x. 3x plus 3y. Y is now 70 is equal to 360. So you get 3x plus 3 times 70 is 210 equals 360. Then take 210 to the other side. 360 minus 210, you get 150. So divide this by 3. You get 50. So x equals 50. So that means price of orange juice is 50 rupees. Price of orange juice, that's x, that's 50 rupees. And price of mango juice, mango juice is 70 rupees. So how many marks for that? You are getting, let's see, so mango 70 and orange 50 rupees. All together you are getting 7 marks for this. So how you get marks? 7. So that means 1 mark for each equation. So 2 marks there. Then 2 here to find out y. Another 2 for find out x. So 2, 2, 2, 6 there, and 1 mark for writing down the values separately. So 7 marks for that, and you are getting 7 marks. So let's do the inequality part. Part B. In the third hour, the income received by selling n number of orange juice is greater than the income received by selling mango juice in the first 2 hours. So how many mango juice in first 2 hours? So let's read the question here. It says, five glasses of mango juice first hour. So here 5 glasses of mango juice and then 3. 5 plus 3, 8. So we need that. So 8 glasses of mango juice for first 2 hours. And then how can we create the equation? Now third hour, n number of orange juice. So what's the price of orange juice? That's 50 rupees. So 50n is greater than the income received by selling mango juice in the first 2. So 8 into 70, because 1 mango juice is 70 rupees. Now what is n? You can divide by 50. 50 get cancel out. N is greater than 0 get cancel out. 8 times 7, 56. Divide by 5. So what's the value? 1. 5 times 1, 5, and for 10 that's 2. 11.2. So n is greater than 11.2 and n should be a whole number. That's number of juice drinks. So here, what's the lowest number? Minimum possible value? That's the next digit. So N is 12. 12 number of orange juice drinks should be there. N equals 12. So let's give marks. So you are getting 3 marks for that. So earlier we gave 7 and for this one 3 marks. Let's do question number 4. That's about statistics question. You have to find out the mean value and answer the 2 questions. So let's do it. Kamal is employed in Japan. The table below shows the duration of telephone calls he took to his family members in a month of 30 days. Copy down the table and fill in the blanks of the above table. So time interval given in minutes. So these are boundaries given and you are asked to find out the mid value. So how you find out the mid value? You add and divide by 2. So add the boundaries. 12 plus 16 divide by 2. 28 divided by 2, you get 40. So likewise, now can you see lower boundary 12, added 2 to that. So what are the other values then? You are getting 18, 20 plus 2, 22, 26, 30, 34. Those are the mid values. Add 2 to the lower boundary. Deviation is given 0 here. That means assumed mean is 26. So what's the difference here? 4. So these are minus values and these are positive values. So 4 is here. Now FD. F into D. Minus 12 into 2 minus 24. 5 times 8, 40. 4 times 6 minus 24. 0 times this 0. 4 times 4, 16. 8 times 3, 24. Now we'll take the addition. You get 40 here minus 4 and 4, 6. 4 and 4, 8. 4 and 4, 8. 4 plus 2, 6 plus 2, 8. So when you subtract, you get, what's the difference? 8 and 4. That's negative 48 is the total. So let's do the next part. So this is the table. So we have to give marks for that. So 4 marks for the whole thing. 4 marks. Mid values, 1 mark. FD, 1 mark. And you are getting D, 1 mark. And sigma FD, 1 mark. So 4 marks for the whole table. So let's do the next one. Now find the mean call duration. So how you find out the mean? Mean is equal to assumed mean plus sigma FD over sigma F, total frequency. A, assumed mean is 26, where you get deviation 0. 26, and we found out this is minus 48, and we know this is for 30 days. So sigma, total frequency is 30. We'll check it. 7 and 3, 10, 13, 23 and 30. So divide by 30. So you get, divide by 10, that means 4.8 divided by 3. So 26 minus 3 times 1, 3. So 18 means 6. So 26 minus 1.6, 4. And here this is 2. So 4, 6 plus 4, 10, 1 remaining. So 2, that means 24.4 is the mean value. So this is about the value in minutes. So 24.4 minutes is the mean duration, mean time for a call. So 24.4 minutes. So let's see how many marks for that. So let's see how many marks for that. So 24.4 minutes, you get 2 marks. You get 2 marks for finding the mean value. Now let's do the next part. If the call charge is 14 rupees per minute, find the daily cost for calls. So daily 24.4 minutes. So what's the cost? 14 times 24.4. That's in rupees. So 24.4 multiplied by 14. 10 and 4. You get this number. 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 4, 16 plus 1, 17. 4 times 2, 8 plus 1, 9. And put 1 decimal point. So 341.6. So we'll write 60 cents. And find the charge for 30 days. So this is for 1 day. So 30 days, you need to multiply this value by 30. This is the charge for the month. 0, 3 times 0, 0, 3 times 6, 18, 1 remaining. 3 times 1, 3 plus 1, 4. 3 times 4, 12. 1 remaining. 3 times 3, 9 plus 1, 10. And 2 decimal places. Here you have to keep 10,248 rupees. So let's see. So let's give marks for this. So you are getting 341 and 60 cents. That's 2 marks. And for this value, 10,248. That's 2 marks again. So 4, 5, 6 and 4. 10 marks for the whole thing. Question number 5, you get algebraic fraction and then you have to construct quadratic equation and solve. So let's do that question. Solve the algebraic fraction. So you have to find out the lowest common multiple. So the lowest common multiple is 3n x plus 4. So convert to that. That means you have to multiply the first fraction by 3. 3 times 6, 18 minus 10 is equal to 2 over 9. Then 18 minus 10, you get 8 over 3 x plus 4 is equal to 2 over 9. Now cross multiply. 8 times 9, 72. 3 times 2, 6 into x plus 4. Now divide both sides by 6. You get 6 times 1, 6. 6 times 2, 12. So 6 get cancelled out. You get x plus 4. Now what is x? Take 4 to the other side. So x becomes 12 minus 4. You get 8. 8 is the answer. So that's the solving algebraic fraction part. So let's see how many marks for that part. X equals 8. You get 4 marks for that question. Second one. Part B. The length of a rectangle is 4 cm greater than its breadth. The area of the rectangle is 96 square centimeters. Construct a quadratic equation taking the breadth of the rectangle as x. So that means breadth you have to take as x. Then what's the length? Length is 4 centimeter greater than the breadth, x plus 4. Then you can create an equation. Area of the rectangle, x into x plus 4, length into breadth is equal to 96. That's the equation and you need to solve that. So, open brackets, x squared plus 4x is 96. X squared plus 4x minus 96 is equal to 0. What are the factors? Factors of 96. When you multiply, you are getting plus 4. So, let's divide and see what are the factors. 2 times 16 and 2 times 8, 2 times 4, 2 times 2. So, you need to get 4. Difference is 4. 12 and 8. 12 and 8. The difference is 4. So, 12 and 8. And which one is positive? Plus 12 and minus 8. So, you split the middle term to plus 12x and minus 8x. Take first two and the last two separately. When you take x out, you get x plus 12. Take minus 8 out, x plus 12. X plus 12 is one factor, x minus 8 is the other factor. The product is equal to 0. Product is equal to 0 means either x plus 12 is equal to 0 or x minus 8 equals 0. So, you get x equals minus 12 or x equals 8. Can you get a length in negative number as the negative number? Can you get a length negative? You can't. So, you can't take minus 12. So, what's the breadth of that rectangle? X should be 8 centimeters. That's the breadth. So, we need to find out the length of the rectangle. So, that's 8 plus 4. This is breadth of the rectangle. So, length is 4 more than that. So, we can write length is 8 plus 4, 12 centimeters, and breadth is 8 centimeters. So, how many marks for that? So, length 12 and breadth 8, you get 4 marks, but you get 2 marks for creating the equation. 2 marks for creating the equation here up to this point and solving 4 marks. So, 6 marks for this one. We gave 4 marks previously. So, altogether 10 marks for the whole question. Question number 6. It's about scale diagram. So, you have to find out the lengths. Let's do that. The height of the vertical post PQ on the horizontal ground is 10 meters. A and B are 2 points on the horizontal ground. The angle of elevation of Q from A is 60. So, shall we draw that first? Angle of elevation is 60 here. So, this is 60 degrees. The angle of depression of B from Q. So, depression always with the horizontal line, that's 35 degrees. So, this is 35. Draw 1 to 200 scale diagram to represent the above information and find the actual distance between the points A and B. So, you have to take the scale 1 to 200. That means 1 centimeter represents 200 centimeters. Divide by 100, that means 2 meters. So what about 10 meters? 10 meters means you have to take 5 centimeters. Divide by 2, you need 5 centimeter length. Now we can draw the scale diagram. So what is the first thing you can do? We can draw AB line segment. And we can draw the perpendicular line. It's better to take the set square and draw the perpendicular line. So we'll draw a perpendicular line to this. What's the height? 10 meters means 5 centimeter length. So from here to here, we have to draw 5 centimeter length up to here. That's the P point now. Q point. That's Q point here. And we did perpendicular line. So this is P. So if we can mark these angles, we can easily find out A and B. So here, this is 60 degrees. So what is this angle? 30, because this is 90. This is 35. So this is 35. And 90 minus 35, you need 55 degrees. 55 and 35, that's 90. So 55 and 30 degrees we have to draw. So take the protractor. We need to measure the two angles. To this side, that's 55. 10, 20, 55 is here. And we need other way around. This way, 30 degrees. 10, 20, 30. So that's here. Now we can draw the line from Q to here. That's the, we can connect this point and this point. And here this one with this point. So the intersecting point with the horizontal line, that's A, and this is B. So we can mark, this is 55 we took, and this is 30. And we took this one 5 centimeters. Now we have to measure the length. See, the angle of depression of Q2 is 35. Draw a scale diagram to represent the above information and find the actual distance between the points A and B. To do that, we need to measure AB length. What's the length? From here, this is 10. 10 centimeter length we can see. So 10 means, what's the actual length? AB scale length is equal to 10 centimeters. So actual length, you have to multiply by 2. 10 times 2, you get 20 meters is the actual distance between A and B. So how many marks for that question? So you are getting 4 marks. 1 mark for finding the length and 3 marks for the scale diagram. So altogether 4 marks. So let's take the next one. A train maintained an average speed of 40 kilometers per hour during the first 3 hours of a journey and an average speed of 20 kilometers per hour during the next 5 hours of the journey. Find the average speed of the train in the whole journey. First 3 hours. 3 hours, 40 kilometers per hour. Then for next 5 hours, that's 20 kilometers per hour. So how you find out the average speed? Average speed is equal to total distance over total time. Total distance, we have to separately find out. Each part, speed and time is given. How you find out the distance? Speed into time. So can you remember? Distance means speed into time. 40 into 3, that's the distance for the first 3 hours. Then 20 times 5 is the distance for next 5 hours. Altogether, 3 plus 5, 8 hours are there. So simplify. 120 plus 100 divided by 8. 220 divided by 8. What's the value? 8 times 2, 16. When you subtract, you get 6 and this is 60. 8 times 7, 56, and for 40, that's 5. So 27.5 kilometers per hour. That's the average speed of this train. So 27.5. So you get 6 marks for that. So here each distance 1 mark. 1 mark here and 1 mark for this. And then total distance another 1 mark. And total time 1 mark. And applying to the formula and find out the answer, another 2 marks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and previous 4 marks, 10 marks altogether. Question number 7. This is about progression. So 3 parts are there. A passenger liner was anchored 2 miles away from a harbour due to technical fault. To bring the passenger to the harbour, first time 30 boats, second time 28 boats, third time 26 boats were used in such a way that the number of boats used in each time is 2 less than previous time. Which kind of progression the number of boats used in the first, second and third lie? What's the first number? 30 boats. Then 2 less than that, 28, 26 like that. So the common difference is there. 28 minus 30 or 26 minus 28. So minus 2. Subtract each time by 2. So that's the arithmetic progression. Common difference is there. So this is arithmetic progression. Find the number of boats used in the 10th time. So you need to find out the 10th term. So what is nth term? First term is 30 plus n minus 1. D is minus 2. Common difference. So 30 minus 2 times n. Or you can plug straight away. So you can write now the 10th term, T10, 30 plus 10 minus 1 is 9, 9 into minus 2, 30 minus 18. So what's the answer? 12. So number of boats used in 10th time, that's 12. So how many marks for that? So showing that it's a arithmetic progression, you get 1 mark. And 10th term is 12, 3 marks. So 4 marks altogether. Part 3. All the passengers were brought to the harbour at the end of the 10th time. If one boat carried 10 passengers, an officer of the ship told that the total number of passengers that there were in ship was 2,000. State with reasons whether his statement is correct. So now see, we have to find out. The last one is 10th one. So 30, 28 like that. Last term is 12. That's the 10th term. So altogether 10 terms are there. So we have to find out first total number of boats used. So how you find out the total? That's S10. 10 over 2. You can use A plus L, first term and the last term, because you know the last term. First term is 30, last term is 12. 2 times 5, 5 times 42. 30 plus 12, 42. 5 times 2, 10. 5 times 4, 20 plus 1, 21. 210 boats are used. Each one 10 passengers. So total number of passengers. Total number of passengers. 210 altogether boats, each with 10. So 2,100 passengers are there. But it says 2,000. So the statement is incorrect. So here you can write 2,100 is greater than 2,000. You can write statement is incorrect. So how many marks for that? So you are getting 6 marks for that step. 1 mark for taking a center and substituting values, 1 mark, and 1 mark for finding 210. That's 3 marks there. And again 3 marks for the statement. So what's the mark we gave before? We gave 3, 4. So 6 marks altogether. 1, 2, 3 and 3 marks there. So 6 marks for that question. We'll take the next one. Next one is about construction question. So you have to construct the diagram using the ruler and the pair of compass. Construct the triangle ABC in which AB is 5, ABC angle is 90 and BC is 7 centimeters. So we can first draw the line, any line segment, and AB equals 5 centimeters. So you can take 5 centimeter length using the protractor, using the compass, not the protractor. 5 centimeter length. Now you can mark it. Take the other side and you can mark this as well. Five centimeters. This is A, B. 5 centimeters. And B angle is 90. So you have to draw a perpendicular now. How you draw a perpendicular to B? You take a smaller distance. Draw an arc to this side, and then take a longer one. Draw an arc above here with this one, and again draw an arc here. Then you can connect this point and this intersecting point. That's 90 degrees. So that's 90 degrees, and BC is 7. So take the compass and measure 7 centimeter length. And mark C point. This is C. Now you can connect the A and C point. That's the ABC triangle. So we'll mark the value. So this is 7 centimeters and this is 90 degrees. Construct the locus of points equal distance from B and C. And name the point of intersection of the locus AC as O. So we have to draw the perpendicular bisector. So equidistance to 2 points, that's the perpendicular bisector. Take any length. Draw an arc in the middle. Take any length, draw an arc in the middle. And you can draw the other arc here. So you need to draw it again. So we need other way around as well. So this point, and here we need to draw it again, this one. Now we can connect this point, and this point is the perpendicular bisector to B and C points, and then you can mark the point, intersection point with AC, that's O. Now we have to construct a circle taking O as the center and OC as the radius. So we need the compass again. So taking O as the center and OC as the radius, we have to draw the circle. So OC as the radius, we'll draw the circle. So that's the circle, passes through A, B and C. Because this is 90 degrees, so this should be, AC should be the diameter. So how many marks for these two parts? These 3 parts. You are getting 4 marks for constructing the triangle. AB length 1 mark, BC 1 mark, perpendicular 1 mark, and then marking C point 1 mark, 4 marks. Then the second part, perpendicular bisector 1 mark, and then marking O point 1 mark, then constructing the circle 1 mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to this point. Then we'll take the next one. Next part, measure and write the diameter of the circle. So you need the compass. So diameter is AC. Here to here. So we'll keep that on the ruler and measure the AC length. That's the diameter. So you get 8.8. 8.8. So that's diameter. 8.8 centimeters. Using the above diameter, find the value of root 74 to the nearest first decimal place. To the nearest first decimal place. What's the value? Root 74. So this is 5, this is 7. So what is 5 and 7? Here this is in the right angle triangle. So we can say AC squared. So this is fifth part. AC squared is equal to AB squared plus BC squared. AB squared is 5 squared plus 7 squared. That's 25 and 49. 74. So AC is equal to square root of 74. So what is square root 74 value? That's the value you got for diameter. So that's 8.8 is same as root 74 value according to our diagram. So let's give marks. So you are getting 1 mark for the diameter and 1 mark using the Pythagoras theorem and 1 mark identifying the root 74 value. So 1, 2, 3 and 7 marks here. You get 10 marks altogether. Question number 9. So this is about a triangle and you have to prove that the two triangles are congruent. So let's draw the diagram. AB equals AC in the isosceles triangle ABC. So first we'll draw an isosceles triangle. First we'll draw an isosceles triangle. AB, AC. These two lengths are equal, AB and AC. Now it says the line PS drawn parallel to BC intersects the sides AB and AC at Q and R. So we'll draw any line parallel to. We'll draw any line parallel to BC. So this is PS intersects AB at Q and here R. R at AC line respectively. PBQ angle. So we have to connect the two, PBQ. And CR. We have to connect these two. It says those two angles are equal. PBQ. This angle is equal to SCR. This angle. Draw a diagram to represent above information and prove that the triangles PBQ and RCS are congruent. So we have to show that these two triangles are congruent. But we know in ABC triangle, AB is equal to AC. AB equals AC, that's given. Then we know this angle is equal to this angle. ABC angle is equal to ACB because of isosceles. These two angles are equal. Now look at this one. These two lines are parallel. That's the information given. So these two lines are parallel means this angle is same as this angle. This angle is same as this angle. Alternate angles are equal. So we can write BQP angle is same as, what's the other side? CRS angle because of alternate angles. Now after you find out this angle, now we need one more information. Two angles are there. We need to show that one length is equal. So look at carefully the ABC triangle. If this angle is equal to this one, what about this angle? This is same as this. Corresponding angles, this is same as this. Corresponding angles. So these two angles are equal means this length is equal to this length. This is an isosceles triangle. AQR is also an isosceles triangle. So first we'll write down that AQR angle is same as ABC angle. That's corresponding angles. And ARQ is equal to ACB angle. That's also corresponding angles. So because of that, we can say this angle, these two also equal. Because these are equal, these two are equal. So you can say therefore AQR is equal to ARQ. Then that means AQ is equal to AR, isosceles triangle. Now we'll take, that's 1. But we know AB is equal to AC. That's the given information. Now we'll subtract. 2 minus 1. AB minus AQ is equal to AC minus AR. AB minus AQ, you get BQ. AC minus AR, that's CR. So these two lengths are equal. Now we can use that one, BQ and CR, to find out the two triangles are congruent. So we have two angles. So ABC, this angle is equal to this one and this angle is equal to this one. So we need this information as well. BQ is equal to CR. So what can you say? one length and two angles. One length and two angles means this is congruent to this triangle. So we can say PBQ. PBQ triangle is congruent to RSC. So what's the given information? That's RCS. RSC or RCS, you can write RCS triangle. What's the case? Two angles and one side. Angle, angle, side. So that's the proof. So how many marks? So you have to get 10 marks for the whole question. So we are giving 2 marks for the diagram, and then we are giving 3 marks to show that AQ is equal to AR. Up to this point, 3 marks. And then showing that the angles are equal, you get another 3 marks. So showing that angles are equal, another 3 marks. And finally, showing the two triangles are congruent, you get 2 marks. Just see whether you get 10 marks there. 3, 3, 6 and 4, 10 marks for the whole question. So let's do the next one. Question number 10. It's about a prism and you have to find out the volume and show that H equals this. So let's do that. A right circular solid cylinder of base radius 6 centimeters. So here it's given this is 6 centimeters radius and the perpendicular height is 35 centimeters. Was melted and 11 identical prisms of cross-sectional area 8.73 square centimeter and length H were made. So prism. So it's not mentioned which type of prism. You can take any cross-sectional area, but we know the cross-sectional area is 8.73 square centimeters and the length we can take as H. How many prisms you can make? So 11 such prisms. So here we have to find out the volume of the cylinder and volume of one prism multiplied by 11. The total volumes are the same. So we can equate. You can construct an equation from that. What's the volume of the cylinder? Pi r squared H. Pi you can take 22 over 7. R squared 6 into 6. H is 35. That's equal to this one. Cross-sectional area is 8.73 into H. That's volume of one prism into 11. Now we can find H. What is H? H is equal to 22 over 7 into 6 into 6 into 35 divide by 8.73 and 11. So let me see. So how can we simplify? 11 times 2. 7 times 5. What else? We need to get 8.73 bottom, so that's correct. Numerator 6 times 6, 36. 36 times 2. 36 times 2, 72. 72 times 5, 360. So that's correct. So H equals 360 over 8.73. Then we have to find out the value using logarithmic table. So what is the value here? Now we'll give marks for this step. So you are getting 5 marks for showing h equals 360 over 8.73. 5 marks for this step. Now we'll take the next step. So you have to use logarithmic table and find out the value of h to the nearest first decimal place. So this one, we'll take it to the other side. 360 8.73. We'll double check. 8.73. Now we have to use log for both sides. Log of h is equal to log of 360 minus log of 8.73. So when you take log, division becomes subtraction. So that means this is 2 point something and this is 0 point something. Now we have to use the logarithmic table. So we'll refer that. We need 360. 5563. 873. 873. 9410. Now subtract. 2.5563, 0.9410, 3, 5, then here 1, 6 and 1. So H becomes antilog value. We have to find out the antilog value of 1.6153. 6153, where we can find 6153. $49 is there. We need another 4. That's 4. 41, 2, 4. 41, 2, 4. This is 1 point something. So 41.24. But you need to round it to the first decimal place. So 41.2 centimeters is the height. Let's take, this is in centimeters. Let's give marks for this step. So you are getting 5 marks for that. Taking logarithms, 1 mark. And this value 1. And this value 1. And taking antilog, another 1 mark. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last value, 1 mark. So 5 marks for this, and previously we gave 5 marks, altogether 10 marks. Let's do question number 11. So you have to prove some of the angles are equal and lengths are equal. A, B, C and D are 4 points on a circle with center O. BD is the bisector of ADC angle. So straight away you can mark this length is equal to this length. This angle, 2 angles are equal because that's a bisector. Copy the diagram into your answer script. Show that AOB, this angle, is equal to BOC. These 2 angles are equal. And we know O is the center. O is the center, so we can mark the radius. So this is equal to this. This is equal to this. And then, so we can take, we'll take x here. This is x, both are equal. That's given in the question. If this is x, this is the angle subtended on the circumference. So this is the angle subtended on the center. Here, this means 2x, double the angle of the circumference here. So double of that. So same way, when you take AB arc, this is the angle subtended at the center and this is the angle subtended on the circumference. So this is 2x. So these are equal. So that's the first step. So you can say AOB is equal to double of ADB angle. So 2x. Then BOC is equal to double of BDC angle. That's also 2x. So here these two are the same. So you can say AOB angle is equal to BOC. So you can write down the reason. Angle subtended at the center is twice as angle subtended on the circumference. So these two are equal. Now we'll take the second one, second part. Write the theorem that you used in part 1 above. So that's the theorem. So we can say this is the theorem. Angle subtended at the center is twice as angle subtended on the circumference. So how many marks for these two steps? So let's see. 3 marks. So 2 marks for this part and 1 mark for the reason. So only 3 marks. So let's take the next one. Prove that AB equals BC, AB equals BC. So we have to show that this length is equal to this length. Now we'll see. Now we found out this angle is equal to this angle from the previous part. And we know these two lengths are equal. So we can easily show that the two triangles are congruent. Let's take AOB triangle and BOC triangle. AO is equal to OB is equal to OC. All the lengths are equal. And the included angle also equal. AOB is equal to BOC. That's proved in the previous part. So two sides and included angle. So you can say therefore ABO or AOB triangle is congruent to BOC triangle SAS. Then the corresponding elements are equal. Opposite to this angle is AB, opposite to this one is BC. So therefore AB is equal to BC. You can write corresponding elements. Corresponding elements are equal. Then the next part, find the value of OCB. OCB. If BDC is 70 degrees. So we have to find out OCB, this angle. So we'll see. If this is 70, what is this angle? 140, double of that. If it's 140, these two are 180 minus 140, 40. So divide by 2, that's 20. So we can easily find out the required angle. OCB is 20. So first we'll write BOC angle is 140 and then OCB angle is 180 minus 140 divide by 2 because these two are equal. So 180 minus 140, 40 divide by 2, that's 20 degrees. So how many marks for that? This one, 4 marks, showing that the two triangles are congruent and then corresponding elements are equal, 4 marks. And this one, 3 marks. So you get altogether 10 marks for the whole question. Let's do the last question. Let's take the last question. This is about Venn diagrams. So 4 parts are there. So let's do it. The following information is revealed from a survey done on a group of tourists about 2 places that they have visited. Number of tourists who have been to Yala only is 75. So this is the Yala circle. So this is only means here 75. The number of tourists who have been to Yala and Sigiriya. So that's common for both. That's 120. The number of the tourists who have not been to any of these 2 places is 30. So that means outside the 2 circles, that's 30 here. Copy the Venn diagram and include the above information in it. So that's the information. We don't know the total number and that's all we can mark. So how many marks for that part? You are getting 3 marks for that. Let's take the next side. So this is 75, 120 and this is 30. Shade in the Venn diagram the region of the tourists who have been Sigiriya only. Sigiriya only is this one. So we have to shade that. So we'll take the coloring pen and I'll shade this part. This is the required region. So that's the part showing that the tourists who have been Sigiriya only. The number of tourists who have been to only one of the above 2 places is 110. So that means either to Yala or either to Sigiriya. So 75. So 110 minus 75. What's the value there? 5, 10 and 1 remaining 8 and 3. So 35 is there here because either one of these is 110 means 110 minus 75 you get 35. Find the number of tourists belong to the shaded region, that's 35. Find the number of tourists who have not been to Yala and express that in set notation. Who have not been to Yala. So close the Yala circle. 35 plus 30. So 30, 35 plus 30. 65. And express that in set notation. So that means outside the y circle. So we can say y dash. Y dash is the required set. That means not belongs to YAL. So let's see how many marks for each step. So here this is 35, and shading part you are getting 2 marks, and then finding 35 you are getting 2 marks, and this one 65 you are getting 2 marks. Here they want 65 as the set notation, not just the set. So how can you write 65? Number of elements in y dash. Number of elements in y dash is 65. In set notation you have to give not just the set. Number of elements is 65. So then you get 1 mark there as well. So we'll see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 3 marks here. 10 marks for the whole question. So this is the last question in paper 2. So make sure that you do the paper, the whole paper, and then watch my video to check your answers.